We start with two breaking news situations that have happened since 9 News mornings. First, a park ranger was stabbed in Staunton State Park. That's in Jefferson County. Thanks for joining us. I'm Lauren Scafidi. An Aurora police car was also stolen this morning. Kevin Vaughn will have that. But first, we start with 9 News reporter Jeremy Hohola, who is live at Staunton State Park. Jeremy, that park has been closed while first responders look into what happened there.
Yeah, that's right. This is a pretty situation that's unfolding right now as we speak. We are standing here at the visitor center of the park where somewhere here in the park around 9:30 this morning, a man stabbed a park ranger. It is unknown what led up to this altercation. We do know the park ranger has been airlifted from this point to an area hospital. His condition is unknown. That park ranger was or is a seasonal worker for the Colorado Parks and Wildlife Department. That park ranger was not armed, is not an official officer, not post-certified, but this ranger had the ability to write citations for things like illegal fires or dogs off leash. But again, it's unknown what led up to this altercation. In the meantime, there is a manhunt for this suspect who is wanted for stabbing this park ranger. That suspect has been described as a man who is 6 foot, 200 pounds, with brown hair, gray shirt and blue jeans. They are conducting this manhunt not only on the ground but also by air. And as we pulled into the park here, we saw deputies searching visitor vehicles as they exited the park. They are also evacuating the park right now with hikers and other people who are visiting the park to try to clear it out so they can make this manhunt a little bit easier. But again, this is unfolding right now, so we'll see if they catch this guy. But obviously a pretty situation or serious situation. But to give you a sense of where we are here in Colorado, we're off of Highway 285 about 5 miles west of Conifer. So like you said, Lauren, this is in Jefferson County, and it is the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office that's leading this manhunt and this investigation. And as right now, this park will remain closed indefinitely until they likely catch this person. Back to you.
All right, Jeremy, we know that you'll stay on top of this. Thank you so much for that live report. Aurora police say they now have a man in custody accused of stealing a police car and leading officers on a 35-minute chase. At this point, we don't know the man's identity, but APD says that it has recovered the patrol car. Kevin Vaughn from 9 News Investigates joins us now from the area where all of this trouble started. Kevin, where are you exactly and what's happening there now?
Lauren, we're in the area of South Oswego and East Exposition. And right now, police officers are going door to door. They're looking for cameras, witnesses, any evidence that will help them in their investigation. The trouble started in this neighborhood about 8:40 this morning. The Aurora police were here investigating a burglary when someone jumped into a marked Tahoe and sped off. The ensuing pursuit lasted about 35 minutes and went through several jurisdictions. It ended at Alameda and Airport. That's where a police supervisor rammed the stolen Tahoe. According to Aurora's deputy chief, the officer whose vehicle was taken had the keys to it in his pocket. So part of the investigation is figuring out how this person actually got that car in the first place. The deputy chief also said they have a device installed in their cars that's supposed to prevent theft, and it was either not working or turned off. That's also a question that they're trying to answer. Reporting live in Aurora, Kevin Vaughn, 9 News.
And as soon as they get those answers, we know that you will bring them to us. Kevin, thank you so much for that live report. Aurora police also looking for a driver who they say hit and killed someone on a motorcycle earlier this month. It happened Saturday, August 9th at 12th and Dayton around 6:15 p.m. Police say that driver abandoned the Subaru Forester a short distance from the crash. If you can help police, call Metro Denver Crime Stoppers. A man from Arvada is accused of attacking a Pikes Peak Cog railway worker and putting the worker in critical condition. Witnesses told Manitou Springs police that Saturday, 50-year-old Randy Blevins and a woman tried to walk through the railway's parking lot. That was after they hiked the Manitou Incline. Several employees told them that wasn't allowed, and 2 employees asked them to leave. But an arrest affidavit says Blevins punched one of them in the head very hard. A nurse told police that she suspects head trauma may have caused the employee to have a stroke. Blevins now faces a second-degree assault charge. His first court appearance is set for Friday morning. The heat wave we've been feeling will continue for a few more days with record highs possible again. Joining me now, we have Keely Chalmers with our 90s Weather Impact team. Keely, I almost gave you a new name there, renamed you.
It was a cute name. I like it. All right, let's talk about the weather. We have got lots of sunshine, temperatures once again climbing into the 90s this afternoon. Just 3 more afternoons of temperatures in the 90s, already in the 80s, as you just saw. Current temperatures, again, mainly 80s across the plains, 70s, 80s up in the high country, already up to close to 90 degrees in Grand Junction. Mostly sunny, 93 degrees. That's a forecast high. We have a 20% chance for a brief gusty storm here in the metro area this afternoon. But the heat, it tops our weather headlines once again today and will for probably the next couple of days. And then we do have a cool down. Isolated dry storms in the forecast for today and tomorrow afternoon as well. And yeah, there's that big cool down. We're talking about north air, some pretty chilly air moving into our area. We'll talk more about that and just how cool it will get coming up in your full forecast in just a bit.
A little bit of relief headed our way. Thank you so much, Keely. 170 people in the Denver metro are now looking for jobs as the city of Denver is sending out layoff notices. The employee union leaders say that they'll be delivered to workers all week long. They started passing them out yesterday. The 171 employees make up about 1.5% of the city's workforce, but the bulk of the cuts to make up for a budget shortfall will come by not filling 665 open positions. The mayor's office says it also plans to shift 92 positions to a non-general fund source of funding. In total, 928 positions will be off the city's payroll, which is almost an 8.5% reduction. At last night's city council meeting, Councilwoman Stacey Gilmore fought back tears.
Unfortunately, my husband, Scott Gilmore, was one of those city employees laid off. He is a 61-year-old man that only wanted to serve out the last 4 years of his time till he was 65.
The mayor's office still isn't saying how the layoffs will affect city departments. Denver Public Schools is looking to recover from attendance dips leaders say they've been seeing since COVID. Chronic absenteeism has really been a problem. That's when a student misses 10% or more of their time in school. That includes excused and unexcused absences, along with suspensions. DPS says if they're missing that much class, they're not only losing out on classroom time, but also the social and emotional development that comes with it. This is the second school year DPS started working more closely with schools, families, and community partners to incentivize students to go to school and figure out the root cause of why students are skipping.
We are doing big emphasis on positives, positive engagement, positive communications. We're no longer thinking of attendance as a punitive or a reactive measure. We want students to be in our schools. We want to support the students.
She adds there isn't one reason DPS can point to for the new pattern since COVID, but there have been more students taking mental health days.